good morning. Well, welcome to day 7. Unfortunately, that's the day that you gotta pack your bags and get ready to leave. But still a lot to do today. I'm actually on my way to go interview cruise director Jackie Tang. So I'm excited about that. I still got to do a ship tour, so that's going to take a little bit of time and get some steps in for me. But we'll start with that and we'll go from there. There we go.
Cruise Code! Yeah! I love you, Coach.
I just can't get away from a good time.
Coach Cruise, like, subscribe, share. You know what to do.
All right, so I'm down here waiting for Jackie, the cruise director, Jackie Tang, and just enjoying the views down in Grand Central here, out to the ocean. We are at Celebration Key today, but obviously we're on the side that's facing the water, and yeah, peaceful. Is it, you said just the Mardi Gras then? Or?
Yeah, however, this is my last contract, so on the Mardi Gras, so I'll be going to a celebration.
Right. So have you had any experience on the Carnival ships that are like Vista, Horizon, anything?
Yeah, so I did the Dream, Horizon, Luminosa, and Valencia.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to Mardi Gras. However, those were only very, very short contracts, only like 1.5 months, maybe two, something like that. So when I first came to Dream, when I came to Carnival, I was in the Dream. And then they, after that, they decided they wanted to put me on Mardi Gras. So I was just like super privileged for that one. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you probably reviewed the questions or whatever, but yeah, is it, you're good with all these questions?
Yeah, all of them are fine, yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Well, thanks for doing this.
No problem, thank you for having me.
So are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Cruise, and as you see here on my left, we have the one, the only Jackie Tang. All right, so after the interview, I headed up to the very top of the ship, and that is Loft 19, Deck 19, and I'm starting off, obviously, in Loft 19 and giving you a view of what Loft 19 looks like. This is an extra cost area, but you can rent out these little cabanas as you see here, and I walk everybody and show the amenities that are available and what's included in terms of, you know, what you get. There's also a free bottle of champagne for each day that you rent one of these out, some fresh fruit, and then you have your own wait service where they bring various items that are free and included in a menu, so you don't have to go anywhere and everything's brought to you. But it is quite pricey, and that's about all the tour I'm going to give you. If you would like to check out this tour of the Mardi Gras, go to the link in the description. I'll include that link. But yeah, I'll give you a full tour of the Mardi Gras if that's what you'd like to see. Just check the description of this video and click the link. All right, here we go on to the next thing we did on this day. Well, everybody, it's been an eventful day so far. We started off the day interviewing Jackie Tang, the cruise director here on the Mardi Gras, at least until April. So that was a great interview. If you haven't already checked that out, check my video library, do a search for Jackie Tang or through Coach Cruise, and you can scroll through my video library and find that interview. That was really great. All right, well, there's a lot of things I haven't done on the ship. But one of the things I always do, and I haven't done, is go to Shaqs for an Uncle Jerome chicken sandwich. And it is the last day, and I'll be darned if I'm not gonna go get one right now. So let's go find Bridget in the Serenity deck, and then we will head back to Shaqs Chicken that opened right now. There she is. Let's go eat. Shaqs Chicken just opened up. All right, so don't do this very often, but actually taking today as a ship day since I had a lot of work to do with interviewing Jackie and the ship tour and all. And then we have a massage coming up that we have an appointment for in just a couple hours. So we're enjoying the ship being pretty empty. And Shaqs Chicken, like I said, just opened up. So let's go get some chicken. How you doing? Hey, how are you? Could I do the Uncle Jerome and the Shack Attack? Bridget and I are going to tackle 3 Shaqs 4 chicken sandwiches. The first one is the Shack Attack. It's a little spicier, and it's got some pulled pork, I believe, on top of it, and pepper jack cheese. Next, we have the Uncle Jerome, which is dipped in kind of like a buffalo sauce or a hot sauce. And then finally, we have the MDE, the most dominant ever, which is the one Bridget chose. But we're gonna try all 3 and tell you which one we feel is the best. I'll tell you right now, I always get the Uncle Jerome, and I love it. But I'm gonna give these 3 a try, and maybe one of these beats out the Uncle Jerome today. We'll see. And we'll have Bridget taste them as well. So here we go. Okay, so Bridget is gonna start off taking a bite of the most dominant ever. That's the chicken sandwich she chose. So we'll see. Give it a taste test here. She's trying to avoid a few carbs there by tearing off some bread. Just give her the meat. Yes, this is a sloppy endeavor, so make sure you have your napkins ready. All right.
Okay.
A little dry. Okay. Well, they overcooked the chicken tender a little bit. All right. Well, next up we have the Uncle Jerome, my personal favorite. So we'll see if Bridget agrees here once she finishes swallowing her first bite. That's an honest review. She sure isn't sugarcoating it.
I want to try the pickle though, because pickles are so important. I love a pickle. They're okay. They're a little soggy. I like a crispy pickle. But it has nice vinegar. I like vinegar.
I don't think
crispy
people.
pickle.
If you're getting a pickle review you didn't think you'd get now. Here's the Uncle Jerome.
That one's good.
That one is good. So you know that's been my personal favorite.
That
so
sauce is really good.
it's the Shack Attack.
I actually think that this is slaw. This is like a purple cabbage coleslaw on the top
Good.
with pepper jack cheese. Very good. Good
right.
barbecue sauce. Yeah.
So Shack Attack's the one you just ate. The Uncle Jerome was in the middle, and the MD is the one you thought you'd like the most that you started with. So of the 3, how would you rank them?
I would do the Uncle Jerome, the Shack Attack, and if the chicken wasn't so dry, that should be a good sandwich, but I would pass on that.
Okay, so again, these are both the spicier options too, the Uncle Jerome and the Shack Attack. So, all right, my turn. Yay. All right, I'm gonna go in the same order as Bridget did. So this is the most dominant ever. You see, this is the bread she broke off here. So I'll be getting a lot of meat in this first bite. Meat and pickles, it looks like there.
Some
Got some sauce. Here we go. Bridget's right. That particular piece of chicken is a little dry. I'm sure it's not supposed to be that way. The tanginess with the pickles and the sauce and everything can give it a nice taste. But again, the chicken's a little dry. All right, so next up, we have the Uncle Jerome. You see, Bridget took this a little tiny bite. My bite's gonna be a lot bigger. This is the one I usually like most. We'll see if that holds up. Definitely better. You get a little kick at the end. Again, that sandwich is always money. But we'll see if the Shack Attack can beat it this time around. Yeah, it is, as Bridget says, it's got some like pepper jack cheese, and then like that's like a purple coleslaw kind of thing, and it's a little spicier chicken sandwich as well. So let's see what we think of this one. Here we go. I got the end piece, which was a little dry, so I'm gonna go in on this side and hopefully get a little juicier bite. That one's supposed to be spicy. It's not too spicy, really. I mean, the only one that has a little bit of spice, it seems, to it is the Uncle Jerome. You know, the coleslaw can be a nice touch, I guess. And then, of course, it's got the pepper jack cheese. But I got to tell you, I probably got to rank them Uncle Jerome #1, like I said. And I'd be interested if that first sandwich was a little juicier, like Bridget said, because it did have a nice flavor, tangy combo to it. So that one could be a toss-up if the chicken would have been a little juicier in that piece. But because it wasn't, we're going to go with the Shack Attack second, and the MDE, the most dominant ever sandwich, third. Another thing to point out, we've come here for breakfast like 2 or 3 different times, and all we did was get like the chicken biscuits dipped in hot honey.
Those were great.
So good.
Those were
so
great.
Good. And usually there's no line for those in the mornings, so you can get those pretty easily. And a couple times we just, threw them in a little Ziploc baggie and went to the beach. And while we were at the beach, we're eating the biscuits and chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And it was great. It went well. So.
The chicken was not dry.
Nope. All right, there you go. That's the review. Tell us what you think in the comments. If you've also tried Shaqs chicken sandwiches, or which one you think you will try based on our review. That's it, everybody. Well, we told you that one that was dry, too dry. I can kind of see the edges of it right there. Yeah, we weren't kidding. That's why it tasted so dry. This is that additional pier they're building, and it's coming along real well. It looks like it's almost done, honestly. So they'll be able to get 4 ships in here soon. And then Celebration Key will be super, super packed. We are the only ship in port. You want to see what 6,500 people look like on a beach? And there are people on the ship now. There's people, all scattered throughout the island and in the big lagoon back there at Celebration Key. Big sand castle. There's part of that big lagoon. The kid said it is massive. We're staying on the ship. So look, we are in the spa, and we rented out the spa for the day. There's the 2 seats we took, but we got the whole spa to ourselves. Get the little rain shower thing there. And then of course, You have the beautiful mineral bath. You have wet towels and dry towels over there. More seating. You have the salt therapy sauna. The experience showers. Now, these showers are really cool. I'll show you how they work. We'll hit this white one first. Now, that's like warm temperature. If you hit this blue one, it's like a nice mist. Oh, maybe not. It was a mist yesterday. But today, it's a rain shower. Okay, over here, we have the steam room. This is just a regular steam room. And that's Bridget scrubbing herself with our salt scrubs that they gave us. And here we have the aroma steam room. There we are. So, let the fog come off the camera there. And that is your tour of the spot. So just the other side of the Cloud9 Spa entrance on deck 6, you have the fitness center. And as we enter here, we're going to see a number of bicycles. And then on the left, there's some strength training equipment, and on your right, along with dumbbells there on your left, a few benches. It can get very crowded here during sea days, especially, because nobody has anywhere to go, so they're in here working out. But you do see, if you're looking for cardio equipment, there are numerous treadmills and bicycles and ellipticals and everything you could want in terms of, cardio machines. So that is a look at the fitness center. And as we walk around here, once we get past this guy rowing, there's also a couple auxiliary rooms where they can do spin classes, or if you just want space to stretch and the room isn't being used for some other purpose, some class or something like that, then you can kind of go in there and get a little stretch on. But there you see on the left some of the cycles for spin classes and such. And then over here on my right now, you see a guy in there probably just getting ready to do some stretching. Emeril's, and we got the shrimp and oyster po' boy. Bridget's gonna tilt it this way. There we go. Look at that. Big shrimp, oysters,
Pickles.
sauce. Yeah, that's gonna be yummy. Getting a piping hot jambalaya there. Emeril's signature jambalaya. And then look at this. We got the oysters, $3 a piece, and they're huge. And Bridget's enjoying her shrimp and oyster po' boy, which is really, really good. I already ate mine.
Thank you. Those smell good. Thank you. Thanks.
All right. Well, good morning from Port Canaveral. It is day 8, which means we got to get off the ship. It was a great cruise, really a great cruise. I was talking with our friends about it last night. It seems like a very full cruise, in the sense that, when you do everything and you have everything planned out and you kind of maximize your time on the ship, you feel full. Like, okay, I don't need to eat anymore. Obviously, love to cruise and wouldn't mind staying on here a few more days, but we definitely got our fill of fun and relaxation and enjoyment and everything else like that. So we'll get off with a smile on our face and make that not so happy trip down to the airport to begin our trek home to Chicago. But I hope you all followed and saw some of the previous vlogs. We made a lot of new friends again on this cruise. So, those of you that we have made friends with or saw us in passing and said hi, make sure you're throwing those comments in the vlogs and keep reminding me of where we met, or that you saw me and where you saw me on the ship, or wherever the case may be. And we'll keep in contact and join the Coach Cruise fam. So all right, everybody from Port Canaveral, unless there's something else that happens along the way, we'll see you later.
You see the bus right behind us. That's a company called GoPort. So if you are going into Port Canaveral, you can take this from the airport, and it'll take you back from the cruise port. $29.99 per person. Nice bus, nice seats, plenty of leg room, leather seats. So real easy. Take a little nap on the way, and all good. Here we go. Let's go.